What is too much sitting doing to our bodies throughout the day? Well, we have a big program of research here at Baker IDI looking at the potential harmful effects of too much sitting for various health outcomes, and we're now starting to understand that too much sitting can be detrimental to a number of health outcomes, including diabetes, heart disease, overweight and obesity.
People underestimate how much risk they're taking by sitting all day.
When you ask people how much time do you spend sitting, the answer is usually about the 2 to 3 hours. But when we put devices on people to actually find out how much they move and how much they sit, it's more up towards 8 to 9 hours in the day. So that's something that's quite alarming.
Fitbit is a device that you just wear. The point of a Fitbit is that if you wear it during your daily life, it monitors how active you are. It syncs wirelessly with your smartphone, with your computer. Fitbit is a tool that normal people can use to give them the data in an easy way so that they can monitor how active they are.
It's unnatural to sit for such long periods of time. Even if you're doing sufficient amount of exercise, if you sit for higher amounts of time throughout the day, you have an increased risk of those conditions compared to people who are low sitters. So it appears that engaging in that regular brisk walk of 30 minutes or more doesn't necessarily offset the potential harmful effects of too much sitting.
We sit in our cars, we sit in traffic, especially around the city areas. So we need more opportunity to stand other than the 1 hour at the gym.
We've been in business a long time trying to promote this research, trying to promote this concept, getting out into the offices, being healthy in the office. And this research just proves what we've been trying to say all along, that it is healthier being able to stand and move through the day while you're working.
We're now starting to see new innovations take place to try and encourage less sitting throughout the day. And for instance, the height adjustable workstation is a device that allows people to continue their working, but in either an upright or a seated posture.
This office is a great example of the company being proactive and putting in height adjustable desks and looking after the health of their people, their staff.
We try and maintain a healthy environment here, and we look after the staff, and we think the sit-stand desks are also a big part of that in keeping them healthy and getting them active.
If someone comes into the office, I'll give them the choice of standing or sitting if they'd like to sit. And nearly always people say they'd like to stand. If people want to look at the screen, we can easily stand around a desk and have a look at a screen, much easier than leaning forward when you're sitting.
If you want to get a meeting done in a hurry, then standing up is one way of actually getting everyone to move on and get to the point.
Go!
When we're standing, I think there's more freedom of movement, people feel more relaxed, and we tend to be able to talk to each other very easily, eye contact, all that sort of thing. It's very easy when you're standing.
Sitting isn't a bad thing. Obviously you want to be able to sit and stand. It's not healthy to stand all day as well, so the benefit of the desk is to alternate between both.
Any employer that's thinking about the health and well-being of their staff will be very interested in a sit-stand desk, considering that it does give flexibility to the staff. It helps them look after their own health, particularly the ones who understand what diabetes is and the risks that is associated with sitting all day.
If the technology is out there and the company is not looking after the health of the employees, for someone to sit 8 hours a day and not be able to move besides lunchtime and maybe a bit of a coffee break, is definitely an unhealthy environment to be in.
The big corporates recognise the advantages of the sit-stand concept, and many of them are now incorporating it into their standard desk systems for their people.
When we first saw David's research and the passion Baker IDI have with regards to getting people more active and what Fitbit's all about, absolutely perfect alignment. It's making choices during your everyday life, not the discipline to get to the gym 3 days a week, but taking a walk instead of taking the tram, taking the stairs instead of taking the elevator. If you can get to a 10,000 steps per day threshold on a consistent basis, then you reduce your risk of things like diabetes and heart disease by 75-90%.
Australians spend up to 80% of their working hours seated. On your feet, Australia.
We're launching an exciting campaign called On Your Feet Australia.
Even if you exercise daily,
The campaign promotes healthy work environment, promotes being able to stand, promotes being able to move while you work and not be static. And Ergomotion has been promoting this type of idea for nearly 9 years now.
extended sitting puts you at increased risk of heart disease and diabetes. On your feet, Australia.
On February 19th, I'll be in my sneakers. That won't be a special day for me because I'm in them most days.
We're asking people to wear their sneakers to work for a day and really raise that awareness of too much sitting is essentially harmful for our health, and to make it a fun and enjoyable day where people can make a contribution to raising funds for further research into diabetes and cardiovascular disease and the harmful effects of sitting.
On your feet, Australia. Register and wear your sneakers to work on February 19.